Today we are talking about Wells Fargo Bank and the accounting scandal from 2017. An overview of Wells Fargo. It was founded on March 18th, 1852 by Henry Wells and William G. Fargo. They built an innovative startup to help customers build businesses and manage money in a rapidly changing world. Wells Fargo is among the top 5 banks in the United States by mid-2020, ranking 3rd after JP Morgan Chase and Bank of America. And it has more than 1.97 trillion in assets. The bank serves more than 70 million customers across the United States and has more than 266,000 employees. Also, Wells Fargo reported a net income of 19.55 billion earnings in the 2019 fiscal year. Leadership at Wells Fargo has been from June 2007 through October 2016. John G. Stumpf and Timothy J. Sloan, October 2016 through March 2019, and Charles W. Scharf, September 2019 through present. The ex-Wells Fargo CEO, John Stumpf, and his former deputy, Carrie Tolstedt, were charged by the Securities and Exchange Commission with misleading investors about the bank's success in selling multiple products to customers. Stumpf agreed to pay a $2.5 million civil penalty to resolve the matter, allowing him to avoid admitting or denying the sex charges. For Timothy J. Sloan, he decided to leave because the focus on him had become a distraction, inhibiting the bank from moving forward. This was because critics had accused Sloan, who was part of the management team while the wrongdoing was happening, of being too entrenched in Wells Fargo culture to change it, even as the bank tried to do just that and move past the scandals. The Wells Fargo board members hired Charles Scharf in September of 2019 to engineer a turnaround, although over a year later, the new CEO has barely moved the needle. What happened? In December of 2013, the LA Times reported that desperate branch employees opened fake accounts and credit cards in order to meet their sales quotas. At the time of the story, the bank denied all the claims. Only 3 years later to say, in 2016, that the company admitted that over 3.5 million unwanted accounts were opened. Initially, the company tried to play it off as the work of a few bad apples. Further investigations revealed that Wells Fargo branch employees were under incredible pressure to sell more products to customers. Senior executives threatened branch managers threatened their staff, and they were pushed to go for great, as if their jobs were on the line every day. One banker at a small branch in St. Helena, California, talked about what it was like. that there were only about 11,500 potential customers in the area and 11 other financial institutions. Her quotas totaled 12,000 daily solutions each year, including almost 3,000 new checking accounts. Without fraud, the numbers just didn't work. Some 5,300 Wells Fargo employees were ultimately fired for creating fake accounts. What happened next? The list of offenses committed by Wells Fargo and its executives is very long and includes mistreatment of auto loans and mortgage consumers found by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and the Office of Comptroller of the Currency in April of 2018. Active trading on high-fee debt products that were supposed to be held to maturity, found by the Security and Exchange Commission of June 2018, and misrepresenting the quality of residential mortgage loans, found August 2018. By January 2020, the Treasury Department officials issued a report on the Wells Fargo account scandal, and it tore Wells Fargo's executive suite to shreds. Also, the Federal Reserve imposed a cap on Wells Fargo's assets worth more than $1.9 trillion due to its widespread consumer abuses. What now? Since then, on March 10th, 2020, one of the first hearings was heard before the Committee of Financial Services. The hearing was titled Holding Wells Fargo Accountable, CEO Perspectives on Next Steps for the Bank That Broke America's Trust, where the CEO was allowed to speak his part and what his plan is to move forward from the accounting scandal. For now, Wells Fargo needs to work on rebuilding America's trust and paying back to the American consumer.